Russell Brand has never been one to shy away from controversy. Whether he's challenging corporate elites or calling out politicians, his outspoken nature has earned him both admiration and disdain. But his latest takedown? It's Keir Starmer, the Labour leader, who has found himself in Brand's crosshairs. And let's just say, Brand didn't hold back. This wasn't a casual critique, it was a full-scale verbal assault. It all started during a live podcast where Brand was discussing the state of modern politics. In typical fashion, he turned the conversation into a sharp critique of the establishment. But when the subject shifted to Keir Starmer, Brand's tone became even more intense. Describing Starmer as the ultimate puppet of the establishment, Brand accused him of being out of touch with the people he claims to represent. According to Brand, Starmer has mastered the art of looking the part without delivering meaningful change. He argued that Starmer's rise in popularity isn't due to his leadership skills, but rather a reflection of voters' exhaustion with the Conservative Party. Brand didn't stop there. He lambasted Starmer for what he called soulless politicking, suggesting the Labour leader lacks the charisma and authenticity needed to lead the country through a transformative period. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. Brand pointed to Starmer's background as the former director of public prosecutions, framing it as evidence of his alignment with the establishment. While many view Starmer's legal career as proof of his competence, Brand flipped the narrative, claiming it's a sign that Starmer is more invested in maintaining the status quo than challenging it. To drive his point home, Brand referred to Starmer as a corporate spokesperson in a red tie. But why does this matter? Why should Russell Brand's words carry any weight in the political sphere? Well, Brand isn't just a comedian or actor, he's become a cultural commentator with a massive following. His ability to articulate frustrations shared by many has made him a voice for those who feel alienated by mainstream politics. When Brand speaks, his audience listens. And listen they did. Social media lit up within hours of Brand's comments. Some praised his bluntness, saying he voiced concerns they've felt for years. Others criticized him for what they saw as an unfair attack on a leader who's trying to navigate a fractured political landscape. Either way, the conversation about Starmer took on a new level of intensity, fueled by Brand's unfiltered remarks. Let's take a step back and unpack this. Keir Starmer has spent years building a reputation as a pragmatic and disciplined leader. He's carefully positioned himself as the antithesis of the chaos that has often defined Conservative leadership in recent years. His supporters argue that his measured approach is exactly what the UK needs after years of political turbulence. But Brand's critique taps into a deeper issue, one that's hard to ignore. Despite Labour's strong polling numbers, there's a question of whether Starmer has the ability to inspire a movement. In an era where voters are increasingly drawn to authenticity and boldness, Starmer's calm and calculated demeanor might not be enough to capture hearts, even if it wins votes. What makes this even more compelling is Brand's own journey. Once a self-described anarchist, he's evolved into a critic of both left-wing and right-wing politics, focusing instead on issues like corporate power and systemic inequality. By targeting Starmer, Brand is sending a message that transcends party lines: no leader is above scrutiny. So, what happens next? Will Starmer brush off Brand's remarks as the rantings of a provocateur, or will he address the deeper concerns that Brand has raised? More importantly, will voters resonate with Brand's critique, or see it as just another celebrity weighing in on politics? One thing is certain, Russell Brand has once again ignited a debate that goes far beyond his words. Whether you agree with him or not, he's made it impossible to ignore the questions surrounding Keir Starmer's leadership. What do you think? Does Russell Brand have a point, or is this just another polarizing moment in his career? Share your thoughts below, hit the like button if this got you thinking, and don't forget to subscribe for more breakdowns of the stories that matter.